My sister-in-law, SIL, has a chihuahua that is basically her child. He has growled at my daughter basically since birth, with my sister-in-law saying he hates babies, but it's good with toddlers. My daughter wasn't mobile, so it was easy enough to keep them separate for a while. So now my child is a toddler, 16 months, and the last time we were all together was one of the scariest moments of my life. The dog lunged at her face, growling and snapping. Luckily, my daughter wasn't harmed, but that was the last straw for my husband and me. We let them all know that was the last time she will be around that dog, and they need to be separated from now on. My sister-in-law wasn't in the room when it happened, but apologized and agreed and said she would get her dog training. Fast forward a few months to today. We will all be getting together for Thanksgiving, and my sister-in-law travels out of town and has to bring her dogs. We texted saying, FYI, the dog needs to be in another room away from our daughter while we are there. She didn't answer. We called my mother-in-law, MIL, who was extremely defensive, saying the dog does not need to be secluded in another room if someone is holding him. To us, that is not good enough assurance. What if the dog jumps down, someone sits with him, and our daughter walks up to them, etc.? We talked to my father-in-law, and he was wishy-washy with trying to smooth things over, but also not confirm the dog would be in another room. We are letting them know this is non-negotiable, and we will not be coming to Thanksgiving if this dog is not secluded in another room. Holding him while she is running around is not good enough. They are making us feel guilty and unreasonable, and guaranteeing that he can't harm her while someone holds him, but the last time he lunged, he was inches away from biting her face. Am I the idiot? Update. So my sister-in-law texted back this evening with a vague one-line response, saying they will keep my daughter safe. I responded and told her I'm glad we're on the same page, but unless he is put behind a shut door away from our daughter, gating isn't an option with the house layout. We aren't coming. She responded that obviously her parents are not okay with that plan, and they will be kept separated, and if he shows any aggression, her dogs would be shut in her room. So we are officially doing our first Thanksgiving as a solo family tomorrow. My husband and I are understandably pissed and heartbroken with his family, but we will make the best of it. We are sure we're going to get calls from his parents tomorrow to guilt us and make us feel like we are being unreasonable. But our mind is made, and luckily we have a lot of food because we were going to bring like half the Thanksgiving meal. Update 2. First of all, I had no idea this post was going to blow up like it did, but thank you all so much for sharing all of your stories and comments. It honestly helped validate our stance. And people are asking if we ended up going over today. No, we did not. We had a great Thanksgiving as a trio. We're not caving to their flawed logic for future events, so we might have more nuclear family holidays in the future. The most important thing is my daughter is unharmed and safely sleeping in her crib. Thanks again and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Now for a few comments before the update. Comment 1. You're letting them play offense while you play defense. Switch that around. Start saying things like, how could grandparents and aunt be so eager to have their granddaughter's face mauled by an untrained dog? Who does that? Make them uncomfortable, not the idiot. Comment 2. My kid was attacked by a dog. If the dog is problematic, stay the hell away from it and don't accept excuses. Your child's safety is the top priority. Comment 3. Not the idiot. At this point, even if they said they would separate the dog away, I wouldn't believe them. Oops, dog got out! See, it's fine. Let's leave it out. Now, for the update. After the Thanksgiving ordeal, things were pretty tense with my in-laws. However, as the holidays approached, something shifted. My sister-in-law came over one day, unexpectedly. She sat us down and apologized. Turned out, after we left that day, her parents had a long talk with her about the safety and well-being of our daughter, their granddaughter. They expressed that family harmony shouldn't come at the expense of a child's safety. Following that conversation, my sister-in-law enrolled her chihuahua in behavior classes. She admitted she hadn't realized the stress it was causing everyone, or how her reluctance to acknowledge the dog's aggression was affecting our relationship. She wanted to make amends. Fast forward to Christmas, and we were all a bit nervous about how it would go. But to our surprise, my sister-in-law had arranged for the dog to stay with a pet sitter for the day. It was a gesture that meant a lot to us, showing that she was taking our concerns seriously. The day was filled with joy and laughter, and without the tension, the dog had brought in past gatherings. Our daughter was relaxed, playing with her cousins, and the adults could finally catch up without any worry. It was heartwarming to see everyone coming together and putting family first. The best part? My in-laws gifted our daughter a beautiful children's book about a little girl overcoming her fear of dogs. It was a thoughtful way to address the past incident without dwelling on it. They included a note saying how proud they were of her bravery and how family means looking out for each other. As the evening wound down, my sister-in-law pulled us aside. She showed us videos from the Chihuahua's training sessions and its progress. While the dog still has a way to go, it was comforting to see the effort being put in. We left the holiday gathering feeling closer as a family. Forgiveness, understanding, and a commitment to do better by each other warmed the cold winter night. It was a Christmas that stitched up old wounds and gave us hope for how we could navigate future challenges. Together. Now for the comments. Comment 1. You're the idiot for not recognizing your sister-in-law's effort. She apologized, took corrective action for her dog, and even made sure to ease the tension on Christmas by hiring a pet sitter. The gift of the book was thoughtful, showing they care about your daughter's fear. It's clear they're trying to mend fences and you seem to be holding on to past grievances. Give credit where it's due and appreciate the family's effort to move forward. Comment 2. Not the idiot. Your sister-in-law stepped up by apologizing and taking her dog to behavior classes. It shows she values the family's comfort and peace. Also, arranging for a pet sitter on Christmas was a considerate move to ensure everyone could enjoy the day without worry. It sounds like your family is on the path to healing, and her efforts are a big part of that. Forgiveness is important, and it seems like it's working out well for your family. Comment 3. Not the idiot. The sister-in-law showed genuine remorse and took actions to prove it. From enrolling the dog in training to hiring a pet sitter, she went the extra mile to make amends. And showing the training progress on Christmas? That's a clear sign of commitment to change. It's great to hear a story where someone acknowledges their mistakes and makes it right. Plus, who doesn't love a good redemption arc during the holidays? Now, for the next story. I come from a family of very hairy and very fair-skinned women. The hair is thick and very dark. Hair removal has always been a common topic of discussion among us throughout our lives. Many of my aunts, siblings, and cousins have spent tons of money on laser hair removal over the years. And when I say hairy, I mean facial hair, back hair, and stomach hair that would be more common on an average man. My youngest sister is the crunchy granola, all-natural type. She doesn't shave and thinks it's a double standard and hypocritical. She believes that all bodies are beautiful, and I support her in that. Be happy in your own skin. Well, I am not one who particularly cares much about it either, and only shave on special occasions. I am also very well aware of how cruel kids can be, as I definitely experienced a ton of bullying throughout my life because of it. It took me well into adulthood to get comfortable with it. My sister's daughter has the hairy gene, and I suspect she possibly has some kind of hormonal issue. At 14, she has extensive facial hair, including from her chin to her neck, that is thicker than your average arm hair in some spots. My sister allows her to shave only from the knee down, and she will also shave her face, but she tends to get razor burn and a 5 o'clock shadow. My sister refuses to allow her to waste money on satisfying society's unfair beauty standards. Anyways, my niece asked me to take her. She says she is constantly bullied at school and is super self-conscious. She was crying as she told me about it. She even once got chemical burns on her face after sneaking Nair out of her friend's mom's bathroom in the middle of the night and trying to use it. I asked my sister if I could take her, and she said no, and went on about how I shouldn't be forcing my beauty standards on her daughter. I actually don't personally care what her daughter does about it, but she was obviously really struggling with it. So when she asked again because she had her first high school dance coming up and she wanted to look normal, her words, I took her to get waxed without telling my sister. She obviously lost it on me, saying I overstepped and had no right to overrule her as a parent. I told her that letting her daughter be miserable so she could prove a point to society made her a bad mom. Am I the idiot? Now, for a few comments before the update. Comment 1. I was bullied relentlessly for being hairy. My mom was not, but tried to help by taking me for medical testing and waxing. I was so grateful. It has been a life of waxing, laser hair removal, etc., but worth it for my own self-esteem. Comment 2. A boy in my stepdaughter's school hanged himself because of bullying. He was 15, a lovely boy. Not the idiot. But your sister sure is. Thank you for having your niece's back. Comment 3. Not the idiot. Your niece has hirsutism. Maybe PCOS, but who knows yet. She has to have that checked. Trust me, it's excruciatingly bad. Now, for the update. It's been a whirlwind of emotions since my last post, but I'm over the moon to share some good news. My niece, bless her, started therapy a few months back. It was tough convincing my sister that this step was needed, but eventually she saw the light. And boy, what a difference it has made. The therapist provided a safe space for my niece to explore her feelings, and it led to a heart-to-heart between mother and daughter that I wouldn't have believed possible if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. My niece expressed her struggles, and my sister genuinely listened. There were tears, apologies, and a new understanding. It was like a dam broke, and all the hurt and frustration poured out. But in its place came healing. My sister finally acknowledged that her stance, though well-intentioned, had been causing pain. They compromised. My niece decided that she wanted laser hair removal, and my sister supported it, realizing that her daughter's comfort was paramount. The treatment's been going well, and my niece's confidence is growing. It's not just about the hair, it's about her feeling heard and having autonomy over her body. But the real kicker, the moment that got me right in the feels, was when my sister apologized to me. There was no grand speech, just a simple, "I'm sorry, and thank you for caring about her." That was all I needed to hear. We've been repairing our relationship, slowly but surely. My niece's school situation has improved too. With her newfound confidence, she's been standing up for herself more, and some of her classmates have actually become her allies. It's amazing how much can change when someone starts to feel more comfortable in their own skin. And as for the family dynamics, we're all learning and growing. Conversations about body image and autonomy have become a staple at our family dinners, and we're all more sensitive and supportive of each other's choices. I guess sometimes it takes a little bit of conflict to bring out the best in us all. Now, for the comments. Comment 1. You're the idiot. Therapy is a sensitive topic, and it sounds like you didn't respect your sister's initial concerns. It's great that everything worked out in the end, but pushing therapy on someone else's child can overstep boundaries. You should have supported your sister's parenting decisions, even if you disagreed. Comment 2. Not the idiot. It's clear that your support for your niece's therapy played a crucial role in her gaining confidence. Sometimes it takes an outside perspective to help a family see what's best for their child. Kudos to you for sticking to your guns and helping facilitate a conversation that led to a positive change. Comment 3. Not the idiot. Standing by your niece when she needed an ally the most was the right move. Therapy can be such a powerful tool for young people to navigate their emotions. It's awesome how you helped mend fences with your sister, too. This story is like a testament to the power of patience and good communication. Now, for the next story. I never wanted to be a father. I am the oldest of 6 kids, and most of my childhood and teen years were spent being a third parent to my younger siblings. My ex-girlfriend knew this from the start of our relationship in 2017. She said she was fine with it. Then at some point during the pandemic, she got severe baby fever, which she admitted probably happened because both her sister and best friend had their babies between late 2020 and ID 2021. Male, she said she didn't think she wanted to be a mom until then, and her mind couldn't change back. I told her no, but if this was something she felt strongly about, we could break up and she could find a man who wants to be a father. We went on a break for a few months before she asked me to get back together. She said she had time to think, and while she still wanted to be a mom, she would try to just be cool being an auntie. Then we moved to ID 2022 male, where she tells me she's pregnant, it's mine, and she's not getting in baby unaliving. I asked how, and she admitted she'd been off her birth control for some time. I was furious. She had our baby earlier this year, and I just can't do it. I never wanted to be a dad. She knew this 6 years ago. I get that her mind changed, but then she said she'd be chill about having a baby, so I thought we would genuinely move past that. I expected it to come up again, but not a pregnancy. I've told her I'm leaving. I make good money and will pay child support, but I never wanted this. She didn't at first, then she did, and then she went and did all of this to me. So now I'm looking like a massive a-hole to everyone from friends to family to random people we're loosely acquainted with because I'm the dad who's ditching his child. Am I the idiot? Edit. I have not been replying due to work and commuting home. For all the why not a vasectomy questions, here's the thing. I like kids. I had great experiences with my siblings when I was young and with my younger cousins. So despite not wanting to be a dad, I did hold out on the off chance that one day something might change. I'd put my past behind me. It was for the 1%, 5% chance I start wanting to have a child choice. Essentially, I never wanted to be a dad, but like my girlfriend's mind changed, I was always aware of the possibility that my mind could change at some point. People are complicated sometimes. Now, for a few comments before the update. Comment 1. Man, I hate kids, don't want to be a dad, and will do anything to avoid it, except wear a condom. Comment 2. Never put someone else in charge of your reproductive health, vasectomy, or wrap it up. Comment 3. Never leave birth control up to the other person. Now, for the update. It's been a month since I walked out, and every day has been a haze of anger and grief. I tried to keep my distance, but the world doesn't let you forget your mistakes. My ex has been posting about her pregnancy everywhere, and mutual friends have taken sides, most of them against me. They say I'm heartless for not standing by her, for not embracing the role of a father. They don't understand the betrayal, the deception that broke whatever bond we had. 2 weeks ago, my youngest sister called me, sobbing. She needed money. Our parents were back to their old ways, neglecting everything for their habits. I sent what I could, but I'm drowning in my expenses. I was supposed to be free of that life, but the ties pull tighter every day. Then, last week, I got a text from my ex. She told me she had been to the hospital. There were complications. A part of me wanted to rush to her side, to be there out of some sense of duty, or maybe humanity, but I couldn't. Instead, I sat on the floor of my empty apartment, the silence suffocating me, thinking about this child I never wanted, whose life was already so complicated. I've been seeing a therapist. It's supposed to help, but each session feels like ripping open a wound that refuses to heal. They want me to talk about my feelings towards the baby, my fears of turning into my own parents. But all I feel is this void, a future that's been stolen from me, filled instead with a responsibility I can't escape. I'm trapped in a life I never chose, and I don't know how to live with the person that makes me. Yesterday, I saw a father with his daughter at the park, her laughter ringing clear across the grass. For a moment, I glimpsed another world where I could be that man, smiling and unburdened. But it vanished as quickly as it came, leaving me to wonder if I'll ever escape the shadow of the life I'm about to be forced into. There's no peace in any of this, no right answer. I'm lost, and the only thing I know for sure is that this isn't what I wanted. Not for me, not for her, and not for a child who deserves better than a reluctant father. Now, for the comments. Comment 1. Not the idiot. It's a tough spot, but you're taking care of your own mental health by seeing a therapist, which is crucial. You didn't sign up for this, and it's okay to want a life you choose for yourself. Parenthood, especially under these circumstances, isn't for everyone, and it's better for the child to be with someone who's fully committed. Comment 2. You're the idiot. It's not just about you anymore. That child didn't ask to be born, and regardless of your relationship with your ex, you have a responsibility to that kid. You're allowed to feel stuck, but at the end of the day, you're going to be a parent, and you need to step up and figure out how to handle this situation for the child's sake. Comment 3. Not the idiot. Life throws curveballs, and you're doing your best to dodge them. Your ex's pregnancy and the complications are unfortunate, but you can't be forced into a role you're not ready for. Plus, dealing with your sister's financial requests on top of that is a lot to handle. You're only human, and it's okay to feel overwhelmed and seek a way out. If you liked this video, you'll probably like these too. Also, while you're here, please consider subscribing. It's your support that keeps this channel alive and allows me to make better and longer videos. Have a great day.